the world lost a legendary fashion designer in Oscar De La Renta. He dressed everyone from first ladies like Jackie O and Laura Bush to celebrities like Taylor Swift and everyone in between. So here to talk about everything Oscar is style expert, Amy Tara Koch. Hi.
Hey, Bob, how are you?
So when you think of Oscar De La Renta, what comes to your mind?
I mean, Oscar De La Renta is glamour personified. It was not only the way he dressed women, it was how he lived his life, how he set his table, how he did his gardens. I mean, he really represented the American dream, what every woman wanted to aspire to on the red carpet, in the Oval Office, and on socialites.
Yeah. So he was really about the classic female form and figure and designs, as opposed to, like, you know, newfangled designs.
Exactly. I know there's so many designers. I mean, this is from Women's Wear Daily. I'm just going to hold this up, which is a great example. This is Tokyo Fashion Week going on right now. And this is just an example of super avant-garde fashion. The skirt is long. It's not it's frumpy, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
And it's really about being trendy. Oscar was not about that. He was about making women celebrate their body, be glamorous, look beautiful, and he was so much about the silhouette being flattering and tailored and making every woman really amp up her, you know, show her best assets and put her best fashion foot forward.
Right, and he, oh my God, such a big fan among the celebrities too. They all wore him, seems like.
Yeah, actually I wanted to say Sultan of Suave. That was his nickname, which I love.
Jessica Parker.
You know, it's so rare to have a designer that transcends age and everything. I mean, Oprah was a fan, Sarah Jessica Parker, Taylor Swift, Jennifer Lawrence even, and he just made celebrities, when they would think about looking glamorous and looking so beautiful for the Oscars or the Golden Globes or Oprah for the Met Ball, that's what they wanted to wear.
And it seems, I bet, well, I've never worn it, but I bet you would feel like such a lady, such a woman in his clothes.
Such a lady, but you know, let's talk about silhouette, because that's really what made Oscar De La Renta famous. It was really about that fit and flare, accentuating a long neck and beautiful slim legs. And so, though it's super, super expensive, and we're looking at these beautiful images of his runway, how it really inspired other women is dressing with that same silhouette. And underlying all of that is tailoring, silhouette, fit, and embellishing it in just enough not to be over the top and trendy, but just glamorous.
What was this quote he said about it starts with you being naked? I'm saying it wrong, but
yeah,
explain it to us.
Style begins by looking good naked. It's a discipline. If you don't dress well every day, you will lose the habit, he said. It's not about what you wear, but how you live your life. And what that really means is feeling good in your own skin. And every morning, maybe you only have 5 minutes because you have 3 kids and, you know, we're working moms. We know what it's like. So what do? We decide we're going to look great that morning, because it takes just as long to make a good fashion decision as a bad fashion decision. That's what he really means. So, okay, today I'm just going to add a little scarf or put on a little bit of lipstick, but I'm going to wear something that fits me well. It doesn't have to be $5,000. It doesn't have to be a designer brand. It has to fit my body type, look good, and when I look good, I feel good. And that's what Oscar was really about.
Right, and of course he dressed some of the first ladies, and starting off with most recently Michelle Obama. They had like a little fashion tip.
They really did have a fashion tip. I mean, Oscar had dressed Nancy Reagan, Laura Bush, he had dressed Jacqueline Kennedy and Hillary Clinton. He did all of her pantsuits. So what happened is Michelle Obama wanted to really make her own statement. So she had worn very J. Crew to Buckingham Palace, and Oscar just said, oh, I can't believe she'd wear J. Crew to meet the Queen. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I kind of loved that she did. I thought she made her own statement, but he felt it was not dignified. So it started this kind of tiff, but what he really was saying is that she was also, the other thing she was doing is not wearing American designers, and he felt she should be celebrating American designers. So she wore everybody else, went her own way. Then all of a sudden, 2 weeks ago, there was a fashion event at the White House, and she decided to really extend an olive branch, in a sense, because all the fashion people were there. I think Anna Wintour was in the room.
Oh, really?
And she's like, I'm now going to wear Oscar 7 years into my first lady situation. And, you know, it must have put a real smile on his face.
Oh, I'm sure.
Right before he died. Yeah, there was a really nice photo of the runway and how she wore it. And, you know, again, it's his style really evolved over the years, so it wasn't very prissy or pretentious or fussy. He really just, again, he was celebrating the female form, and he made women look like women.
Right. Who could be the next Oscar?
Oh, gosh. You know, you look at Oscar De La Renta's life and how he had all of these homes and he entertained with panache. And so many young designers are just, they're more groovy than elegant. But I think Jason Wu really could do something.
Who we've had here on Windy City Live.
Yeah. Jason Wu could be a good candidate. Alexander Wang is doing a lot of really interesting things. You know, Carolina Herrera is still alive, and she's also super elegant and beautiful, as is Vera Wang. But the young designers, I think it's really, I think all eyes are kind of on Jason, really.
We have to mention Mrs. George Clooney, who wore for her wedding dress.
Gorgeous.
So gorgeous. I mean, you look at this.
And this is on the cover of People.
Yeah, you look at this style of dress, and you know, he's not reinventing the wheel here. He's following classic forms. He started out, you know, he worked with Lanvin, he worked with Cristobal Balenciaga. You see this lineage in his form, and with the dress, it's all about quality fabrics, you know, fine tailoring, silhouette, and the glamour is just coming from the confluence of the simplicity of all of these things.
Right. Of course, he had a lovely model to wear it, though.
Seriously.
In a perfect silhouette.
I mean, she could have worn J. Crew to her wedding and
she
killed
made it look,
killed it. But she chose Oscar. Why? Because everyone feels like felt like a princess in Oscar.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see what the house is going to do moving forward.
Yeah, good point. Well, thank you, Amy. Good to see you again. All right, and thank you for watching Windy City After Dark. We're going to see you Monday at 11 a.m.